Hi friends, my name is Griselle with Psychic MD and I'm here to do your sexy what do they admire about you. So this is going to tell you what they think about, what they wish they could do to you, or what they wish you would initiate. In any case, here we go. And we are going to do it pick a card style. If I can actually, here we are. Yeah. So what makes you sizzle? Pile number 1, 2, or 3. Or pile number 1 and 2, or 1 and 3, or 2 and 3, or 2 and 1, or 3 and 2, and so on and so forth. What is hot about you? What can be said about you? Let's find out, folks. Here we go. Wow, apparently a lot is hot about you. That took forever to distinguish. Awesome. Okay, pile number 1. So, the first thing that I want to say is what's really hot and sexy about you is that you have a zeal. You automatically draw a person's attention to your sexuality just by your nature. You don't have to do anything or say anything. When you walk in, I feel like you have an incredible figure, which is male or female. It doesn't make a difference. If you're female, very voluptuous, very sensual looking, you automatically make people want to grab their steak knife and have a bite out of you. So I love that. I do also think that they feel like even though you're super sensual and super sexual and hot, that you're not above them attaining you. What I mean by that is they feel like they can manifest that you into their lives, that they can actually approach you and perhaps have you. So you're not like untouchable, and they love that about you. You have a lot of lust and zeal. They might even have a foot fetish here. But I feel like they just kind of want to like rip your clothes off and just go at it, frankly. Interesting. All right. So the next one I see for pile number 1 is the Ten of Wands. And this is just, pretty obvious. I think it's just being out in nature, wanting to really have sex with you anywhere out in the open, perhaps having a zeal for people finding you, finding out about you, or having sex in public places where people just don't know, or you can accidentally be found out. I think that they love the little dimples on the back of your butt. If you have them, you might want to look in the mirror. You probably do, and you don't even know it. I think that's intriguing to them as well. I think that they enjoy your hair, and I think that they would just love to rip your clothes off. Very primal, animalistic, very saucy. So that is kind of self-explanatory. Let's see what pile number 1 has as far as energy. The crown chakra. Interesting. So what that really turns them on about you and makes them want to even delve deeper into you, no pun intended, it's just you are super spiritual in a lot of ways. That you are just mysterious. I think that you get downloads from spirit as well, and they are intrigued by this. I think that they've never met anyone quite like you, which is very intriguing to them. And they could really want to jump in with both feet and just really see what this is all about. So that's exciting. That's exciting to them in their minds anyways, whether you're partnered or unpartnered. Before I forget, if you could please do me a favor, if you could like, share, subscribe, comment, I would really appreciate you supporting my little channel and my crazy ideas. So moving along, let's see what else they like about you. Well, that's not likable. Maybe you're a little bit saucy, maybe like a little bit of an emo girl, stuck in, or guy stuck in your emotions. Maybe you have a lot of sorrow that you have yet to deal with, and that comes across in the world that people can see it on you, and they somehow they find that fascinating, like the guy from Green Day or any of those emo bands. I don't know, just an idea. But you get the gist. It could be that you have this cloak of like sorrow, and obviously you've been lonely for a long time, and they find that really alluring. They find it alluring that you are so attached that you don't speak anything about what's going on the inside with you, that maybe there's a lot of bridges across with you, that the ground is icy even when they approach you, that you're not really like you're approachable, like somebody can walk up to you, but you're not going to spill your guts and spill the beans. You're not like easy, okay? So I think that the challenge, a mere challenge and the mere idea of you being challenging is exciting to them. And I think that that's pretty hot in their eyes anyways. So I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make fun of anyone who is going through stuff, looking at the past and feeling sad about that, but that sadness is alluring for many people around you, whether you know it or not. So I do find that kind of fascinating. Okay, the next card that I have for you, the Princess of Cups. At any offer, any affection, any little token that you give this person or these people, they're going to be like, woo, me, really? It's exciting because it seems to be like super mysterious. It feels like it's something that can grow and evolve into something that they never would have anticipated, kind of out of the blue. I'm seeing a lot of green pillars here. So you're very mysterious. They know that you are connected to spirit, that maybe you have a young spirit about you as well. That you are a great manifester, a great creator, a great listener to God in the heavens and spirit and whomever. I think that you get downloaded messages and that you're willing to share those with other people. I also think that you're a little bit prissy. On the prissy side, you're like, ooh, who me? Get my hands wet with that? I don't know. But they like that about you, that you're not easily attainable, but that somehow they feel like they can come after you and approach you, and that they can make you theirs in some primal kind of a way. You're a very feminine quality, whether this is a male or female. And so they like that about you. You could have very delicate features or very much a girly presence about you that is a turn on. And the fact that you just don't reveal everything to everyone is very mysterious. I feel like even these things coming down, let me see if I can trace them without making all my cards fall. Even these things coming up like that look like tentacles of an octopus. And it just seems like you grab that attention effortlessly. I feel like your hair could be unusual, different than other people around you, different than other, quote, competitors. There is no competition for those that chose pile number 1, by the way, and I think you know this, okay? So I like that. Let's see, what else do we need to know about that to wrap it up? Look at that. So they could be moving towards or away from this connection, depending on your situationship, right? You are viewed as the Empress. They want movement with you, and I think that you are really, in some ways, I don't feel like you're totally approachable at this point in time. You're thinking about things. You're the Empress. You don't need anything, anyone. You have your family crescent here. Your, I don't even know what that's called. I'm going to fake believe like I know it, but I see poppy seeds here. I do see growth. I see that you have a lot of your own land, your own ideas, your own stars. You crown yourself and cloak yourself. You don't need a lot just to feel elegant and to feel beautiful and to be extremely poised. I feel like that's what they like about you, is that you're very, very poised, but you're walking on this cracked ground and you're like, you know what? I don't care. This is the ground that I'm walking on because I have a higher purpose. That's what I'm feeling for pile number 2, okay? So, I'm sorry, for pile number 1. All right, moving on to pile number 2. Here we go. This is what they find fascinating and sexy about you. And I feel like it could be your back. They could really enjoy looking at your back. You could have some really beautiful lines. Maybe you work out and you have a great figure, and they love for you to show that off, looking at how your curves move and things like that. Anything that's backless is sexy to them. The idea that you may not be wearing a bra that they could see, that is a big turn on. I feel like that you're fascinated with your booty. I think you might have a really ample bottom. When was the last time you heard that, by the way? Pile number 2, an ample bottom, right? pretty crazy. I know. But I think that you might be just a little bit aloof, a little bit wound up tight, and they like that about you. They know that you're just not out with every Tom, Dick, and Harry or Harriet or whatever. You get the point. This is gender neutral, but I do feel like they want the ability to bring you out of your comfort zone and out of yourself and out of your shell, if that makes sense. So I think that that's pretty cool. I think that they are kind of a salt of the earth kind of person, that they don't have a lot of pretenses, but that they enjoy that they feel like you have some pretenses. And it's almost a challenge. It's like, I want a stripper of her pretenses or him of his pretenses. We want to get down to what's underneath, because I know that's not what's there. I feel like that's what he's saying in that card. Anyways, next card I have is the Four of Swords, and this could be about taking a vacation. Maybe they want to steal you away and take you away somewhere so that you are just kind of held captive by them, that you actually become their love slave. They would like that. I feel like that they would like to have you really fully service them and be obsessed with their genitalia. And once again, maybe doing it out in public, maybe doing it out on the patio and things like that. If you guys get a hotel room, who knows what's going on here. But I feel like they are focused on your oral services and wanting to see how good you are at servicing orally. Let's just say it that way. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but anyways, what do I know? And they really want to, they watch your mouth even when you're eating. I think that they think that your lips are very sensual and sexual, and they fantasize a lot about your lips, by the way. They, again, like your booty. They're fascinated by your butt. They may like your boobs as well, but your lips is where it's at, in your hair. They like those things about you. I don't know why I said it all emphatic like that. Okay, so the next thing we have is the waiting game. This person is prepared to wait, but then they feel like they're going round and round and round and round in circles with you or for you. They're like, okay, I don't know what's going on. And this is trying to establish roots and growth. This is actual growth happening. It's taking a long time. We have the hourglass. We have the waiting game. We have many trips around the sun or the moon or the planets going on. I don't know. It could feel like this person feels like they're going around in circles. It's like, do I wait? Do I not wait? Do I continue going? What's going on? They're a little bit confused and perplexed. Maybe they don't quite know how to approach you, okay? They've had a couple of near misses, I'm feeling, but who knows what is going on here. Yeah, so they want your attention. This person wants your attention. They do feel like you're sexy. They can't wait to be with you on a primal way, but you are really kind of aloof. You're not paying much mind to them at all, I feel. They get a lot of attention. And I feel like they're saying, you know what, I get a lot of attention. Why don't you give me attention? I'm giving you the attention. Why are you playing hard to get? And I don't feel like, by the way, you're playing hard to get. I just feel like you are not necessarily just moving on it for whatever reason right now. But this person is used to adoration. They're used to victory. They're used to getting what they want. They're used to people putting them on a pedestal. And maybe that's what they like about you, is that you don't put them on a pedestal. You make them work for what it is that they want. So, food for thought, right? The next card I have for pile number 2 is the Six of Pentacles. This card always comes up, and I have to tell you, I hate that card. This is about, you know what, I'm going to give a little bit here, give a little bit there, give attention here and there and everywhere. And everybody can have a piece of me. And isn't that just fun? But look at her face. She doesn't look like she's having fun. She's getting and receiving some of the breadcrumbs, and so is this person. And this guy right here, your guy or your person, you know, as much as they like all these things about you, they are spreading themselves thin and giving to many different people, which is perhaps why this has not gotten off of the pavement or gone anywhere, really. Yeah. I feel like things could go different, possibly, but maybe this person senses that you are really not serious. You know, if you're giving to a lot of different people, then you have just a focus of like taking care of yourself, of your own needs. You don't really care what you give to people. You feel like crumbs are enough. And you know what? Sometimes we want the whole damn loaf of bread, don't we? And so crumbs for some people are just not going to be good enough. And if you don't put your heart into it and your back into it, you can do it. Put your back into it. Okay, I'm getting like punchy because it's getting late. But listen, we don't want the crumbs, okay? If we don't have the whole damn loaf, we don't want it. We don't want to lick the plate. We want like the main course. And if that's not available, some of us would rather not have anything at all. But I do feel like you are giving to many other people. Now, on the flip side to this, they could feel like you are giving to a lot of other people. So check yourself, please, pile number 2. If this is you, then you flip the script. This is what they want from you. They don't want your breadcrumbs. They don't want your little leftovers. They don't want to reheat that shit, okay? They want the real deal. And if you're not willing to step up, then step out and step away and be gone. Because I feel like that's just how it's going to go, okay? Otherwise, it's just going to be breadcrumbing. And I just don't see you being in that receptive mode for that kind of behavior. Frankly, that's what I'm getting out of this. So if you are in a poly relationship or anything like that, you know, where that's acceptable, that's great. But I think that not everybody is on the same page, if you know what I'm saying. So maybe you guys need to have your entire family have a discussion about what is acceptable, what kind of attention is warranted, and so on and so forth. I don't know how that stuff goes. Only you guys know. So if the shoe fits, wear it, great. If not, donate it. Be gone with it. Be done with it. Right? The next card I have, I'm just getting a clarifier, is intuition for pile number 2. Follow your intuition. If your gut is telling you someone's not being truthful with you, then you're totally on the money. I feel a little time clock here as well. I think maybe now is not the right timing, which is why the waiting game is going on. This person is not done giving too many. So if you're looking for fidelity, you're not going to find it here, pile number 2. Just saying. They find you hot. They fantasize about you. They look at you all the time. But it's not settling down material or anything worth anything long lasting. Let's just put it that way. You're going to have to determine for yourself what is behind that door and if that's what you want. Okay, so take your time, follow your intuition, listen to what your gut says. And I feel like you have a higher purpose as well. I'm sorry. This is coming out a lot lately, but that's what I'm getting. I'm just going to say, okay? So moving on for pile number 3. Here we go. What do people find hot and sexy about you? Sorry about that. It's the 8 of Swords. This could be being in your brain a little bit too much. Maybe you're kind of a brainiac. You're always thinking. You're always studying. They find that that's pretty hot. You can't seem to get out of situations because your brain is stuck really always on the go. And they find that kind of attractive too. They feel like they can swoop right in and help you out with those problems. But if you look right back here, I see this little horny toad. Whatever this is, it's like I think it's a devil in this deck. But he's only concerned with getting his. And so who knows? We're going to follow the reading and see if we get more hits on this. But I feel like they just like to dominate you, like to be on top of you, kind of control you a little bit, make you feel like a submissive. And that's what really turns them on about you. They like your softness, your smooth skin, and it could be vice versa. I do know guys, well, in my lifetime who've had really soft skin, so what do I know? Just putting it out there. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting from that. What else? What's the second card here? All right, Knight of Chalices. And so this is someone who is willing to come towards you with a couple of offers. I feel like this person typically always on their horse. First of all, they don't have a lot of staying power either. They like to spy on you. They like to kind of come up on you when you're not expecting it. Maybe they call you when you least expect it. They do like your bottom. They are dying to see you naked is the message that I'm getting. And they might offer you like a cup of love, like an offer, like, let's go on a date and I can't wait to see you. And when can I meet you? And so on and so forth. And I think that they like the fact that you're a little bit innocent, a little bit, I would say, shielded, a little protected. Are those the right words? I think they are. Um, I think that you have an ability to be really open and they enjoy that about you as well. That you just kind of lay things out in the line. This is how it is. But they do like to surprise attack you, and I don't like that personally. They like to just show up at your work when you're not expecting it, or they like to pounce on your page and see what's going on and uncover whatever they perceive as dirt or information on you to get the upper hand, and that feels a bit manipulative. Kind of preying on the vulnerable, and I don't like that vibe. One thing about the Knight of Cups is that they are in love with love, so they feel like you're a really good romantic partner. They like how you're just kind of very in that feminine energy, that receiving energy. They do like your butt as well. We have a lot of butt people here. They love your hair as well, and they would love to see your hair and your butt, just saying it. Their shadow side. Okay, so maybe you reflect something in their shadow side. And I feel this is interesting because this is, mirroring each other. But I feel like more than not, this is you kind of bringing to attention their shadow side. Like they're not aware of it, and you're kind of awakening them in a certain way. Like they didn't think that they, did a certain thing and that it wasn't right, maybe. Like they didn't think that they were waiting to pounce on you. They thought it was okay. They never just thought about it all the way through. And now they're facing their shadow side and thinking, well, is it just about the wand? Is it just about what I want? What is my shadow side really? And you cause this person to think about things and really think deeply than they ever have before. Something about you is kind of bringing an awakening to them and is mysterious. And they just want to focus on, look, we just want to get ours. We want to focus on our rod, our sexuality. But then you have that, like the dark side and the light side. And it's like, how do we balance this? And why am I looking at things deeper than I wanted to? I feel like you make them question themselves, okay? I have the number 18. Mathematically, we're going to add it. It will become a 9. Sorry. And what the 9 is just like kind of almost at the near end phase of that. I think that something for them is ending. And you're bringing this about by making them face their shadow side, in spite of them wanting to hold on to their carnal nature and think of nothing but chasing tail. Okay, I know that this is kind of a crude reading, but they're like, hey, it moved. Let me go get it. Maybe not quite like that. I just sound so rude. But sort of that idea, I guess. And they haven't really thought about their higher self. And it's almost like they're meeting their higher self through this whole experience with you. Woo, okay, moving on. I have the sun here. This is again about you just being really naked and being willing to be vulnerable and be real with what you want. I feel like you have a lot of regality about you. That's a word. Is that a real word? I don't know if that's a real word. To be perfectly honest, I'm just going to say, I feel like you have a lot of purity about you. That's very attractive. A lot of innocence in some ways. I'm not saying that you're all virginal and stuff like that, but that you feel very pure, very real, almost like that new fresh snow, okay? When it first initially snows and no one stepped on it. Wow, these are like horrible analogies. Do forgive, okay? But I'm just going to say that you come across as like pure as a driven snow, and that's so sexy and so appealing. Also ready for adventure, that you pack light, that you're just willing to, maybe you're a minimalist and they like that about you as well. But I'm going to tell you that you have a lot of admirers. You may not even really pay attention to it, but you know that that one person is watching you. Like you feel their eyes on you. Maybe they've made it known to you. They're checking everything out about you. They like to see how you move because of the horse. Feel like you're super graceful. I think that crystals can have a really special meaning to you personally, and they're maybe kind of exploring the world of crystals if they haven't before. I think that they're very serious about pursuing this and wanting to see what transpires. Feel like they're in between a rock and a hard place because they see this brick wall here, and they want to kind of like jump through this crystal hoop thing, whatever that looks like. It's almost like the sun wants to kind of come to the other side and be with you. And so I'm just going to say that you have a really great reputation. They think the world of you in so many ways, but they may not know how to approach you in a way that sparks your interest or your enthusiasm. Okay, I'm just going to say it like that. I feel like they know you have many admirers. Again, so do you, but it's like nothing serious, all right? It's nothing, it's just nothing. But they're definitely riveted on you. Okay, now is the time for temperance. They like that you are balanced, that you think things through, that you have a spiritual side to you, perhaps. That maybe you talk to spirit, that you talk to your ancestors. I do feel like you have divine guidance and protection here, and they can sense that, and that feels kind of alluring to them. They don't really quite understand it because of the shadow card that I saw earlier. Maybe they are doing their own awakening or exploring. Look at the crown on her head. This is also the echoing the rays of the sun there, which I think is really cool. But they find that really appealing about you is that you are a spiritual being, and you are very spiritual within yourself, and you're not a prude, but you're not also gonna just run wild and do like crazy stuff just for the heck of it. I think that when you share your body, you share your mind and your soul as well, and you know that. And so you are, it's like on a reservation basis only, I feel. You'll share with whom you decide to share with, and it won't be taken from you. Just you won't be bamboozled or tricked into doing anything that isn't good for your soul or your heart. And I do see the rainbow, so perhaps there is an element of bisexuality about you. Maybe you adhere to some kind of promise or higher purpose. Maybe your ancestors even promised that they would watch after you and that they are fulfilling that promise. So definitely keep your balance. You know that there is an alchemy forming right now. And maybe all of this knowledge is a turn on to this person as well. Okay. So I hope that this is making some sense. And with that, you guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my little channel. I would totally appreciate your time and effort. And that's pretty much it. Until next time, and namaste.